Good evening, everyone. We shall start this session in another minute. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to After Hours with William O'Neill India. This is Rajshekar Kongari, Equity Research Analyst. Uh, First thing is the disclaimer for this podcast is that whatever stocks we discuss in this podcast are intended only for educational purpose and are not should taken for an investment advice. So let's look into how the Nifty traded during market hours today, and we'll also look into Nifty's daily chart, how the market is placed, and what are the levels we are looking at. First is this is Nifty's intraday 10-minute chart. You can see Nifty gap down today. This is the first candle. It gapped down nearly 100 points. However, in the quick succession, that is within the 30 to 40 minutes, it has reclaimed its previous day's closing and it turned green for the session. However, the volatility persisted throughout the session. I can see after a good buying seen in the first half an hour, it was followed by a quick selling also. This is mostly because of today also is a weekly expiry of Nifty Financial Services Index. So that might create some volatility on Tuesdays as well. Normally, we see volatility high on Thursdays because of expiries of Nifty and Bank Nifty options. So from recently, Nifty Financial Services also started their trading that is on the expiry being on Tuesday. So Tuesdays also have come relatively volatile if you look at the past few weeks. As the session progressed, it was slightly consolidated in the mid part of the session. In the last part, that is the last half an hour to 1 hour, Nifty closed higher and it found good buying support. And you can see Nifty closed near the day's low. It traded above its 17,600 level. However, taking the 30-minute average, it closed slightly below 17,600, which is a very good sign. That is Nifty closing near the day's high is a very good sign. Also, last two previous sessions, we had a back-to-back down days. So following up those down days by this today's session is a very good relief for the investors as well. During the session, I can see Nifty touched its 21 DMA, which is a green line here. And the index found support at its 21 DMA, which is a good sign. So from here on, this level, that is the 21 DMA, will be closely monitored on the index level. If that level is breached on higher volumes and further accumulation of distribution days happen, we might change the market status to under pressure. Currently, distribution day count is at 2. You can see here there is one addition of distribution day, D1, and here there was another accumulation of distribution day. In the last session, that is Monday's session, Nifty closed more than 0.2%. However, the volume was lower compared to the previous session. Hence, yesterday's session was not considered as a distribution day. So the current distribution day count is at 2. Which is okay. It's not so major concern for us at this point of moment. However, if the distribution day accumulation increases to 4 to 5 and the Nifty breaches its key moving averages such as 21 DMA at the present, then we might change the market status to uptrend under pressure. Once we are in uptrend under pressure, our additions become more cautious. That is, we not add aggressively. We only select a few stocks which are giving good buy points. And also regarding model portfolio, we try to book out stocks which are having good profits or which are moving sideways. And talking about laggards in the model portfolio, we'll exit them whenever we have uh, seen any selling pressure on any exit rules in that particular stocks. And moving on, during the today's session, you can see top gainers of the Nifty 50 stocks are M&M and Eicher Motors, both from Auto Index. M&M closed, Mahindra and Mahindra closed more than 4% higher. Eicher Motor closed 3.2% higher. Other stocks are Bajaj Finserv, Titan, Tata Steel, which closed 2.7 to 3% higher. Around 84% of Nifty 50 stocks, that is 42 stocks out of Nifty 50 stocks have closed higher in the today's session, which indicates broad-based buying happening on the index level. On the losers, you can see two major IT companies in India, TCS and Infosys, are the top losers in the today's session. Both closed nearly 1.6 to 1.7% lower. Other major losers are Divi's Lab, which closed 1.3% lower. Hindustan Unilever, major FMCG company, has closed 1.2% lower, and another IT company, that is HCL Technologies, has closed 1% lower. So you can see out of the five top losers, three are from the Nifty IT index, and you can see the Nifty IT index as a whole as well. It closed 1.8% down. Out of the, you can see here Nifty, apart from Nifty IT, which closed 1.8% higher, lower, all the other indices have closed pretty much higher. Nifty PSU Bank has closed the higher with a gain of 2.3%, and followed by Nifty Auto. Major companies like M&M, Eicher Motors have contributed the most. Nifty Auto closed 1.8% higher. All the other indices have also closed in the green, apart from Nifty IT. This is because its major constituents, TCS and Infosys, have closed relatively lower. For any questions, we'll be conducting a Bazaar Pe Charcha, that is tomorrow at Thursday, 4:30 p.m. You can always join them, join Bazaar Pe Charcha or Stock Darbar, which we do on weekly basis. During those sessions, we'll definitely answer your queries. Yes, Bazaar Pe Charcha is on Thursday, that is the day after tomorrow. In that session, we'll clearly explain our methodology, and also we'll try to answer as many queries as well. Moving on ahead with this podcast, major news, the stocks which are in major news today's session are Unichem Lab has received an approval from US FDA, and the stock closed 4.2% higher, which is a good sign. Lemon Tree, which is a major hotel company, has signed an agreement has signed an agreement for a 65-room hotel in Hubli, and the hotel is expected to be operational by May next year. RBL Bank board has approved capital raising of 3,000 crores by issuing debt securities and private placements. This approval is also subject to approval from the members of the bank. If the bank receives the approval from the members, then it will definitely go ahead with capital raising. NHPC and BEL have signed an memorandum of understanding for setting up a gigawatt scale vertical integrated solar manufacturing unit. So these stocks have also been under radar today. Other major stock is the Sterling and Wilson Renewable Energy. It has closed more than 4% higher after the company reported exchanges that it has received a major order from NTPC. For short of the day, we have picked Cholamandal Finance. Again, this stock is not an investment advice at this particular point. We are taken this stock only to educate the participants here regarding cancel methodology and what are the parameters we look into when we are researching about a particular company. First thing is that the stock has been a very fundamentally strong company. There is no doubt about it. You can see EPS rating of 95 because the company has been reporting EPS numbers which are growing double to triple digits and consecutively for the last 4 to 5 quarters. Sales have grown in the with 1 to 5%, which is slightly lower. However, the overall business in the economy was not doing much at this particular point. So this stock particularly has outperformed other NBFCs and financial stocks. So that is the reason its CPS at 95. Technical parameters like RS rating and accumulation distribution rating are also looking very good. RS line has hit blue dots recently, which is a very good sign. The stock has broken out of its stage 1B consolidation base pattern recently. And today also there was good action on the stock, on the volume, on the price front. However, the volume was on the lower side. That is the only concern we have with this stock. Ideally, we want the stock to break out on above average volume. This is where we look into. The volume has been on the lower side. After breaking out, we would want the stock to advance higher on volumes above average. You can see in the right side of the base, stock advanced higher in a quick succession. Also, the volumes were pretty much higher than the above average volumes. So this indicates big institutions have taken positions in this particular stock. So these are the kind of parameters we look into when we are studying a stock technically. This is a good technical breakout. However, recently the volumes have come down. We would want the stock to again advance higher and stay within the 0 to 5% ideal buy range from its pivot, and the volume to be above average. A number of funds investing in the stock have also seen an improvement quarter on quarter basis. You can see every quarter fresh new institutions have taken fresh positions in this particular stock. This signifies very good fundamental strength of this company. So these institutions will definitely support the stock in times of crisis. Whenever there is a general market weakness, then these institutions will definitely support the this stock, because retailers will be shaken out whenever there is slight weakness in the market, but institutions will play for the long term. So they will definitely give support. That is a major reason why we look for institutional sponsorship in any stock. Overall, on most of the parameters, the stock is looking very good, and only concern is below average volume. If that also comes up, and we might add it to our model portfolio in the coming sessions. Thanks for joining today's after hours. We hope to see you again at tomorrow's